Marvin the Martian in the third dimension is pretty cool. Now, I actually watched this not in 3D, but that did not hinder my enjoyment of this at all. But before I get in with this, I just want to read something out from Wikipedia because I thought this was pretty awesome. According to Wikipedia, and I quote, "This is the first CGI animated feature film in history to be produced in stereoscopic 3D, viewed with 3D glasses." Interesting use of the word feature film there. I guess they can refer to it as a feature film, as in it is the main feature of that ride or attraction, but the whole thing definitely isn't that long. It's about 12 or 13 minutes, and this was actually a 3D ride at various locations, including Drayton Manor in the UK, also Warner Brothers Movie World in Australia, Movie World in Germany, and Six Flags Great America. And I don't know when it was removed from different locations, but it started, I think, in 1997 and was removed, I think, in 2008 at the last time from whichever park. So it lasted for quite a long time, seems to have done quite well. I'd quite like to see it in 3D. Certainly watching it now, I can tell various aspects that would have been 3D that absolutely would have popped out of the screen, but you do not need to watch it in 3D to enjoy the narrative. I won't go into any spoiler detail, but Daffy Duck is on Earth preparing for his latest Duck Dodgers film, and Marvin the Martian overhears Daffy saying something, one of his lines in the film, that makes him think Daffy is a threat to Mars. So he sends after him, and we have Marvin the Martian trying to capture Daffy, trying to hurt Daffy, trying to stop Daffy from causing problems. But of course, we the viewer know that Daffy is just an actor rehearsing his lines for a film. And I won't say anything else about what happens, but I will say that it's a really fun narrative with a really great pacing. We get to spend a little bit of time in the animated version of Warner Brothers on the lot with Daffy Duck, and then he ends up going up to meet Marvin. Meet isn't the right word there. To be faced by Marvin, and his costume looks brilliant. The animation for this is stunning, and I can imagine it would have been a fun experience in 3D. If anybody saw it, if you have memories of it, please let me know what it was like. If it ever comes back in 3D, which is not very likely, but if it does, I'd be quite keen to check it out. But as I said earlier, you don't need to watch it in 3D to enjoy the narrative or even to enjoy the animation. I actually, initially, I won't say what happens at the end, but I didn't like the ending. And then I watched the ending again because I got to the end and thought, I'm not happy with that. And then I watched it a second time, let's say the last kind of 3 or 4 minutes. And then I watched it again and I liked it, which is a strange experience to switch my opinions so quickly in a short space of time. But I wasn't sure how I felt about that to begin with. But in general, I thought it was a really good story, a really fun narrative, really nice animation. Love the interactions between Marvin and Daffy. And it would have been, I think, a cool experience in 3D. If you have any memories of it, do let me know what it was like. And if you've never seen this and you're interested in checking it out, I thoroughly recommend it, because it is still a fun story and a decent animation, even if it's not in 3D. I still thought Marvin the Martian in the third dimension was pretty cool and definitely worth checking out.